we're going to go live.
To
All
fix that
right.
link.
We are live, just so you guys know.
Hey
I am
everyone.
going to go ahead and make a thumbnail. John, are you able to pull me up on another screen so you can help me? You can give me feedback
Up on your
on the Twitch
hold
itself.
on.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
do you have Amazon, John? Amazon Prime.
My parents do that I borrow from them.
You should use your free sub to me and be my first
Oh,
sub. Because
it's a good idea.
Amazon Prime gives you free money to give your friends.
Free money.
Oh,
So if you have an
we'll do
Amazon
that.
Prime, just hit me with a sub. I would appreciate it.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right.
Thank you for saying.
Yeah. All right. John, I'm going to pull this up in this other screen. Hope we can see that. And we're going to make us I'm going to do some thumbnail creation today.
Yeah, I can have your stream up now.
Perfect. So we're trying to do speed test for lunge. What's the best way to make this something that people will want to click on?
A picture of someone lunging. I don't know.
We could also do just a GIF of one of us lunging.
In general, yeah, I think that would work well as far as like if there's an unusually long lunge or a nice kill shot, that should encourage people to click, especially if it's at like Tenzik.
All right, I'm gonna find one.
Um,
John, you submit yours. Rowan, when you can submit yours. We'll take a look. I want to find the
Oh, a
one where
picture.
let's see if I can find one of mine.
trying to think of like, I think we just watched a video of Boomy doing like a toe tap and then a deep lunge after. That would be a pretty nice one.
I feel like I saved a picture of a lunge that I liked of myself on my phone. See if I can find it.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I did.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33,
Are
34,
we counting
35.
eggs or chickens?
Chickens.
Oh, that's a lot of fucking chickens.
Missing a chicken.
All right, that's pretty as fuck. All right, we gotta. Is that you
You're
hitting?
talking about miles, right?
Yeah. Is that you hitting
No,
Taurus?
just joking.
That's so long ago.
Yeah, but I like that lunge form.
Mm-hmm. Hey, your
Oh, I
dagger's
got all
not
my
all
chicken.
fucked up.
What?
Your dagger's not all fucked up.
Yeah.
That's the main. I think that's why you like it.
Yeah, the dagger's in a good spot. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I want to figure out how to GIF this. Let me see.
That is a good lunge. The one you picked. The video you picked.
Thank. Paste
I
it in.
actually grabbed that video as one to check the speed of.
Hello, is that Alex in chat? That didn't name work. All right, let's see. Is Miles gonna be okay with this?
I think so.
Cool.
But also whatever.
Hey, some I've got exciting news about the Aaron um, Aaron to Alessandro to me lineage. It might be
Mm-hmm.
continuing, but I'm going to leave that as a cliffhanger for a future stream.
Oh, you mentioned that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forgot to ask you about it off stream.
Yeah. That's funny. All right. I think I have a GIF, and I think that's great.
You're just dropping that to tease us, just to
Yeah,
get us to
literally
come
just
back to the
drop a
future
tease.
screen.
Yeah, just like so. If
Okay.
anyone's watching this in the future, they're like, I wonder what's going to happen. Isn't that how cliffhangers work?
Yeah.
Usually you do it at the end, but yes.
That's fair. All right. Let's see.
You're doing the classic, like, influencer thing of announcing an announcement.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
You're like, I
Yeah.
have an announcement and I will make it someday.
Yeah. That's true. You're not wrong.
I mean,
I feel like
tried
this
and
GIF has some
tested, isn't it?
miles. All right. All right. On Facebook, let me make a blast. You wanna blast your own with your photo, John?
I can, or I can just share yours.
Go ahead and do that one.
Can you? But last time I tried this, it wouldn't let me put a picture and a link in the same post.
I feel like that's not too hard to do. I feel like maybe I'm capping, but it seems like a reasonably easy thing to do. I'll be streaming it if you want to watch either on the stream, which has I think no delay, very little delay, or I can also add a second um, streaming window or sharing window through Discord. But let me go ahead and blast this out first.
Through Twitch works perfectly good.
Cool. All right, let's see here.
Hey John, guess what?
What?
It is 25 degrees tonight.
That
Gross.
sounds miserable.
I think right now it's only like 40 or something. Just feels worse, but I think our low tonight's gonna be like 25.
Yeah, I mean, it's the lows will be in like the 40s, high 40s tonight for us. So
Nice.
a little cold for Austin, but
It's definitely cold enough to hurt right now.
At Crown, apparently it's going to be cold as well, like freezing cold for overnight. So we may or may not stay.
Our crown is this weekend too.
Same deal. Like, are people staying, or is it like way too cold for people to stay? And they're like, nah, would rather not.
I think people are gonna just, stay, participate, do the whole thing. I haven't heard anyone like chickening out because of the cold.
All right, I'm at post. I'm posting. Actually, I'm not posting. How do I edit this? I don't know how to make Facebook's. Well, I want to post it. You guys can let me know if it looks wonky by how much it's cut off. All right, John, do you have a link?
sent it in the. It's a couple posts up in the
Oh, thank you. Speed test.
Facebook chat.
I thought you were linking, and the first thing that went into my head was like a computer overclocking speed test.
I mean that the same thing, right?
I suppose.
Just overclocking our brains.
Yeah, that's actually how that works. We did the that human benchmark test, and I was slower than you and right now Tora, which is really annoying because he's like 10 plus years older.
Yeah, he's old as fuck. He's like in the early 50s, right? And you're just turned
38
38.
specifically. But yeah,
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. I'm basically a 40-year-old.
Basically, yeah.
I'm just gonna be.
Roman's
basically
gonna be
40.
30 in a few weeks.
Oh man, fucking old humans.
That's a good gift.
Does it look like did it come out okay?
Yeah, it came out great. Yeah.
Great. When I
I'm
posted
gonna save that to send to Miles anytime.
are you just gonna share that link to him?
I really should. I'm gonna motivate him to.
To hop on and give me a prime?
I was gonna motivate him to like train.
Oh. I hope so.
Don't let this happen again. Yeah, that's what motivates me.
Should I have used yours?
Yeah, you should have. What's that? The one in the On Stern Attorney where you just
Yeah.
bop me in the face?
It doesn't look as good because it's further away. So like the shot
Oh,
isn't as good from
Yeah,
that perspective.
that's fair.
I was going for like attractive shot.
Well, that's why you use Miles.
Yep, correct. Yeah, he's good looking even when getting hit in the head.
Yeah, that's yeah, got that charisma,
Got
high
Riz.
charisma. Riz,
All
yeah.
right. Chat. Hello. Thank you for hanging out. Today we are going to figure out who has the fastest lunge. We're going to be counting frames here. So if you have a submission for who you think might have the fastest lunge, please just drop links into the chat of videos that we can look at and see if by frame count the lunges are faster. What we have here is a compiled list made by John, and we will take a look at what he's put here, count up frames, and go from there. All right. Before we start, we need to actually define a few terms. John, are we counting single intention, double intention, like a freeze and throw?
I was kind of thinking from the start of so like a single intention. So if it's a multiple intention, sort of the last one that was, the one that landed, or the one that was meant to land. Because I figure it's pretty good data to also check shots that don't land either.
Right. Let me.
And we want to try to find some averages. So that's why I grabbed a bunch of videos I grabbed multiple videos of the same fighters, so we could kind of like look at multiple examples and see if the speed changes much over time.
So I need to pull up some sort of like a spreadsheet or something.
Yeah.
Randall, I don't know what you just sent me. What is this? It does make me curious.
Randall saying something?
Oh, legit. Okay. No, not only SCA fencers. That's great. Let me see if I can find footage of him. So, no joking. When you put that down, I just assumed you sent me like a porn star as a troll. So I pulled it off, pulled up the off the stream footage. Because with the last name of Axelrod.
That's...
There you go.
I mean...
Proto OnlyFans.
Some good thrusting.
Let's see. There you go. Maybe, yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if there's an OF that is specifically fencing. John, I got a new job for you. Job offer.
Maybe.
All right.
It will be interesting actually to see how high-end SCA fencing's hand speed compares to, or even this overall lunge speed compared to like professional athletes.
Yeah, I feel like the humans who do Olympic fencing are just faster.
That would be my guess as well.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even think we're remotely close. What's up, Dom? Yeah, I imagine hand speed for Olympic is just several frames faster.
Their weapons are a lot lighter. Was another good point too.
Yeah, exactly. I will look
and they're all the
for
same weight.
Mr.
Yeah.
Axelrod's footage, and maybe just do a little bit of searching for Olympic as well. John, is your potato of a computer able to open up a spreadsheet?
Might be better for you to do that.
I feel like there's just too many to be balanced things between searching for. How about you look for Olympic fencing to add in?
I can definitely look for the Olympic fencing.
You do that. Maybe your spreadsheet is just a piece of paper in front of you.
That's also possible.
To tally up the thing, so I can run the footage. Dom, you should submit us your fastest lunge that you have on footage, so we can count your frames.
Dom would have to lunge for that to be.
He lunge adjacent. Do you have any old fencing footage, Randall? I don't know if that exists for you. Try and catch a book on your fencing.
Just fucking.
All right.
I can't find any videos of fencing searching those names.
Oh, the Albert Axelrod.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull up.
I mean, you can just search like Olympic fencing and that.
Yeah. I wonder if this. So, like, if we looked for fastest Olympic lunge. That what? None of these are relevant. Why? Fencing lunge? All right, sorry about the audio.
Go, Daddy.
All right, let's see this content. Let's see if they're legit. There you go. That's plenty of data.
Ooh.
That's fast as fuck, yo.
Yeah. Their ability to stay balanced and kind of skitter forward and backwards is better than most of us ever do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, John will do something like this in an exchange for like a second, but not for multiple intentions usually.
Looks pretty fast.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, let's start. Let's use this as a baseline.
Yeah.
So now I'm just going to feel slow. So, right, we had to define, remember I was saying we had to define kind of where things start? Like, does the start happen right on this hop forward? You see how he's placed? Is that frame here? Because this doesn't, like, he launches sort of off of that. But the real, the for real launcher is right here.
I feel like you're exploding off of that back foot, like John told me.
So if we counted frames, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you. 8, 9, 10. 10. 10 to get full extension, whether it hits or not. Don't know. Look at that form. John would hate it. Look at his other hand so far back.
Oh yeah.
How dare
Well,
he
if you
not
don't have a
defend his
dagger, it
face for
doesn't
the
matter,
victims.
I guess.
It is whatever. That's a good point. The FPS of the filmed footage versus what we're watching will matter by frame.
That's a good point.
But
Does it tell you? Can you look at the video to see what the FPS is
I
of
don't
it?
think you can. You just have to.
It sometimes says if you click look at the quality, it'll tell you what the FPS is. Sometimes.
There's like on here.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
true.
That one.
That will skew our data. That's all right. We're not scientists.
No.
Jesus
Yeah. It
Christ.
doesn't say on that one. There are a couple of videos that will. Probably not the videos that we're looking at, but some videos do say the FPS on them. When you look at when you look to control the quality, it'll say it. But apparently, or at least it used to. Maybe they don't do that anymore.
There's such a wide stance. You see that? It's so different than what we do.
Mm-hmm.
That was so explosive. That was awesome.
So Nova's in the chat, and I had a conversation with him about this one point. So he said he broke down the difference between the overall lunge and the hand movement versus the foot movement.
Like,
Which I don't know.
what's
I
the
don't, like, he
differentiation?
can maybe go into detail about how he meant that, or how he determined the difference between the foot timing and the hand timing to determine the speed. But that's what he mentioned to me one time.
Yeah. What is your breakdown? No, but that's interesting. We've not done this. We're just figuring out the breakdown now of like where to start the counting and kind of nuances there within.
It's also so long.
What is?
This lunge.
Oh, their lunges. Yeah. Even track some of this. Did
That was a
the
crazy.
Nova? Did the extension start at your hand? At your hand, like going forward a little bit to prompt a response from your opponent, and then move from there, or does it start like after you've prompted a response, like you've already triggered their defenses, then from that point? I guess the same question applies to feet. Like, is it the probing step, or is it like when they actually launch for the kill? Once they, okay, got it. It changed the sport, Nick. It changed it. Also, hello. Yeah, that's what I was considering now. Is if you broke down different lunges, a lot of lunges are a probe step of some sort into an actual launch. And I don't know if you count that as part of the action, right, as a two-part action, or do you actually just do the, because there's not that many people who just throw a single intent lunge with no setup. Or I should
Yeah,
say
I mean,
they shouldn't.
I would think we could try to find examples of more singular movement and count those because it's a little easier to track.
Oh, that was pretty. And high hand.
I'm glad we don't bounce that much, but also it's pretty fun.
It's pretty cool looking.
Maybe we should. I don't know.
Yeah, it's clearly faster. So I guess we haven't fully counted the frames per lunge.
It's really hard to like, as I'm trying to like write down kind of how we would break it down. It's hard to figure out the breakdown. That's appropriate.
Do
Also,
you want
this
to go
looks
try to look
fun.
at some SCA fencing and then come back to this and see? Because
Yeah.
it might be easier to look at SCA fencing. It's a little slower.
It is. It is. I can say with great confidence that it's faster. That Olympic is faster.
Yeah. Clearly, their feet are even faster because the weapons are lighter, so that would make sense for it to be faster. But their feet are also faster, so. I threw some. I didn't look all the way through these, but I figured there would be some good attacks in some of these that we could look at how fast they were.
Yeah. I would like to do as many different people as we can up front. Like just do do
Sure, yeah.
handful of humans.
Do you guys remember if there are any good fights at Penzik this year, the champs fights? I feel like people are going to be on their game for those fights, so you might get more explosive lunges.
Oh, that's true.
I'm currently sifting through videos and trying to find good examples, but
All right, I want to use this as my data point. John, do you have your
Okay.
your paper in
Yeah,
front of you?
I have my notepad on my phone, yes.
All right. I want to say it starts right here. So you see my front leg move. These two frames are about the same. All right. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 to blade bend. I would.
17.
Yeah, we'll call it 17. Maybe 18 if you want to be like, depending on how much. I can't. It's hard to tell whether my blade hit him or not there.
I'll give you 17.
That's fine.
and the finishing of the lunge is when the heel hits the ground.
I don't know.
I think he was counting when the blade bent.
I was counting with the blade. Right? I don't know. Because if it was heel touch for this, then we're at 15.
I feel like it's either when the heel touch or when like the center of the foot hits the ground, because we were also going to count ones where the sword doesn't hit, because we were talking about fastest lunge, not
That's true.
fastest lunge with a hit from the sword. You know what I mean?
I completely understand, Nova, why you broke it to hand and feet. It makes sense, like to count those separate things.
Yeah.
I
As soon
bet
as
you
you look at
Alex's
it, it makes
hands
sense.
are fucking fast.
Friggin' John did a whole video about how people throw their body before their sword, Nova.
No, so to be clear, I did a video about how people throw their hand and their foot at the same time.
Same time, whatever.
we
And
can
how
review that at some point.
hand second can be a good like sort of as a feint.
Yeah.
All right.
But almost no one extends their hand first. I could not. I have had a hard time, and had a hard time finding good examples of someone's hand going first before their foot.
A good way to get a bunch of people to click on your stuff, Boomy, is to say nobody throws their hand first. It really blew up for John.
If I want a controversy, we can do it in other ways. All right. He's setting up. All right. So I want to say when that heel lifts. Ready? So this is Torah in this specific instance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, that didn't count. That was a lie. I lied. Sorry.
Okay.
Just look like a cat prowling the knee. All right.
We need to get you the disappointment.
Do we include that step?
Ooh,
Like
right?
this
The
step right
toe
here.
tap.
I would
Or the
not
heel
count that. I would count that as a.
So let's call it
Maybe.
right here when he shifts into that launch.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 to foot down.
11.
Oof.
That's 6 frames faster than you, Billy.
Yep. Yeah, we did count my footstep though.
Oh.
But that's all right. I don't like that's the hard part. It's like where do we draw these lines? Is it when weight shifts? Is it when the heel picks up? We got to kind of draw some lines.
Yeah, I think if you're doing the preparatory, like that first little preparatory step, that just shouldn't count because, like most of the good fencers do that as a step to get into range, and then they lunge off of that step.
Right.
Like Nova's saying the same thing here. Chat.
Oh, yeah, yep. Sneak
So
start.
you
All right.
skip to the end. Is the lunge? There was a lunge that I had that I liked of myself.
Oh, is this what this is?
Yeah, there's a couple fights in this video, but it's like about 10 minutes in maybe or so.
I was looking for one for Will.
Or will, yeah. This might not be the best example because he's fighting only one. He's fighting single. A little. I guess a little back.
A little further back.
Yeah. There's a single. The first pass. Yeah, right. Right after this. Yeah.
Okay.
I should put a timestamp in here with you, but
No, that's fine. We'll count yours off of this one, and I'm gonna recount mine after this.
yeah.
I want to shave a few frames off. Not feel so not feel so fucking slow.
Just old and slow.
Numbers.
Pretty intense and intentional John lunge.
Good.
This also was 6 years ago.
Yeah, you're slower now.
Maybe- I might be slower now.
Older and heavier.
Whoa.
Probably.
Holy crap.
So we're gonna stay right here, right? You're gonna lift your front foot. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Foot down.
10.
Whoa.
Had the fastest lunge so far.
What was Torres? What was Torres the foot down?
11.
11.
Oh, okay. You do it for her legs. That probably counts for something.
It probably does actually.
Yeah. Like only somewhat jesting.
I mean, really? No, I agree. Sorry. I think what would be interesting is if you actually could try to figure out the like distance traveled versus frames, and then you could figure out an actual like miles per hour speed.
That would be cool.
Mhm.
All right, so you said don't do the step, right? This part. I counted that step last time. I started right here.
Yeah, we can redo yours.
All right. So I think this knee shift is like properly going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Serious?
7, 8, 9.
9. Wow.
10 or 9 or 10. I'll call it 10. It's weird because he's also walking into me, so I have to thank you. I had to like I'm not going to throw as deep, right? This is a short step for me.
Yeah.
I can go way deeper, but
Was this a double kill, or did you get him clean on this?
I think I killed him cleanly. And he took it like because I think it was one of the last passes. I don't remember.
One of the passes, yeah.
One
I
of
know
the
you all
passes.
doubled. I didn't remember which one it was.
No. Anyways, all right.
Oh,
So asterisks on mine. Person was walking toward me, so it's a shorter lunge
Yeah.
for me.
so we have so far we have Boomy 10, Torrid 11, John 10. So-
I assume I'm slower than both of you. Like by
That's what I would
speed.
always have assumed. I
I
didn't
feel
think
way.
that you don't tend to win with speed.
Not
You
not
tend to win with
yeah.
like timing and getting people to overextend and counterpunching. I think Cora and I are both more likely to just hit someone, just like lunge out and hit someone,
Yeah, just a step.
just a step lunge first, and you're a little bit less likely to do that.
You throw a lunge here, Rowan.
I'm sorry.
This is when
Oh,
Ron and I
perfect.
double kill.
All right, that's great.
But I
We're
figured it'd
dead
be
on
interesting to
both.
see the speed of both of us.
So we
I don't
have,
think either one will finish the lunge though. I guess it's okay if you don't finish the lunge. I don't
we'll
know.
say knee starts here. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 to down for you. And it's not it's the same deal because he's coming at you, so you're much more choked up. Well, that's 7
Rowan had 7.
on this, yeah, from launch
Okay,
to step.
but not an explosive lunge forward. Like we are both lunging like a half lunge forward, exact same time as each other.
Yeah, and John in this one, let's count yours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
9.
10 really, because this foot's still hovering here in this frame. That's
Okay.
it's like a land.
That looks like a pretty full lunge for me.
For
right?
you, it is, yeah.
Okay,
The whole
for you.
leg discrepancy thing. This is not a full lunge for Rowan. I've seen them lunge way further.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
All right. So we have some data for all of us. All right.
Trying to find better videos of people, but I'm getting a lot of videos from people from the back, and I can't really use those.
Oh, that was not new data. What's the next one?
Check that fight you had with Miles that you used for the GIF. That would be a good one.
Oh, okay.
Or we can do this one.
Hold on.
This is actually not Alice. This is JG, whoever MT made this video.
Mm,
That was about as good as my lunch.
I think that was because I stole MT's phone and uploaded.
So we'll still say
There were some good
new.
videos of Mike on that videos as well. That's why I put that Antigone's Queen's Champion one in there. This one is one I wanted to see though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 10. It's hard to see in the weeds. 10 to flat foot.
10.
Honestly, this is one of the ones that like my point probably should have traveled a little bit straighter. Watching this is for chat. Ideally, you want your point to travel straight to the target, right? The shortest distance to wherever you're going to put your point. This is with the asterisk of you're not trying to deceive them. This is a single intention attack. But when I watch my point, it goes up more, like it does this arc, this sort of an arc, which it works in this case, but that is an efficiency that I could have done better. Once it's up, it travels in a pretty straight line.
Yeah.
Do you think so? It goes to where? Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
But I really should have I should have brought my hand a little bit more forward to create a closer end point right here. If I had my blade a little bit more forward, it would have been a straighter line, low to high. Anyways, that's just me being nitpicky about myself.
That seems like it's
another human.
that was coming up.
I'm sorry.
That was coming up with John talking about one of his other students that the blade was getting lifted up a little bit. I mean, it was more dramatic with a student, but
Yeah.
or like the hand coming up instead of it just guiding forward, and almost like your tip is driving forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the
like
tip
a
always has
string being
to
pulled.
drive from it. Yeah.
No, I agree. What can we glean from here? Are there humans that we know that we should
Working on it.
long?
I probably grabbed too many of the same people because I was trying to think about having multiple data points from the
Oh.
same people. But you're right. We should have a little more.
Yeah.
We should have more variety.
All
There's
right.
some of Mike in this one. If you click through it.
I mean, is this a fight that Mike lunges in?
Yeah, I think so. No, against me even.
How long ago is this? 9 years. Christ.
It's 9 years ago. Yeah.
So long ago.
Miguel was 18 in this video.
Oh baby. He's still roughly this shape, which is the funny.
Yeah, not much bigger. Yeah.
Oh, you guys have matching brother doublets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't see shit for feet here.
Damn.
Feet make it hard. You get a very angry little dagger parry.
Glitch.
All right.
Was everyone sorry?
This is super angry little dagger parries from John, but this is him. I think you use down like super snappy. But yeah, we couldn't see his feet.
This is a bad angle. I haven't watched this video in a while, to be fair. Oh yeah, I can't see that. Sorry.
I just want to see him. All right, that's good data. All right, let's look at it. He probes and freezes. So we'll say knee has started moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for footland.
9.
For young Mike. Young Miguel.
Young Mike.
BB McGill.
Nice.
Oh, we have a Don data. That's great. I am curious. Do you want another Toro?
Sure.
So knee has moved. Yeah, his startup is fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
8,
9.
9.
Yep. I'd say his toe still up right here. And then 9 right here. Fast human he is.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, chat. For everybody watching, if you would like to submit your videos of either yourself or people that you know, please do. Just drop it in the chat. I'll pull it up on YouTube. We're just seeing different lunges. Ideally, we have a look at their feet because that's what we're judging by right now. Is just from after any sort of entry step, just from launch to land.
Hey, would you be willing to share your screen in Discord? Because I think the stream is like the delay is enough to make it a little hard to follow what you're doing.
Yeah, sure. Give me a second. Let me see if I can do that. All right. It's shared. Hopefully you can see it.
Thank you. That'll be a little easier to.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. I wanted to see a Dom lunge. Also, we need to find a Dom lunge. We'll find a Nova lunge. Nova, do you have one that's that you are proud of and we have access to seeing your feet?
There was a good Armand lunge in this one that I thought would be worth.
This is Sven and Connor. What a matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Former Connor, now Farmer Connor.
Yeah.
Fence Connor to Farmer Connor.
It happens. Putting away chickens right now.
I bet Connor had a pretty fast lunge in his day.
Well, he didn't lunge. He just crossed his.
Yeah, it's hard because his feet are always reversed. But
He does the reverse like cross body. All right there. So it's not. That's also like look how close they are. Like if their blades were extended, they'd be way too crossed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Thorn has the opposite of what John has, which is giant legs.
It's true.
All right, we're gonna measure Connor. Ready? So this is a good starting point. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Surprisingly long for, I think, a cross
9.
step. Yeah, 9. I'd call it 9 because it's planted.
Yeah, that looks right.
He's not moving. I've never seen this fight. That's cool.
2015, I think.
Mm.
2015. It's 2023. Okay, I'd only been playing a couple of years at this point. Maybe a year of fencing for me.
The double kill.
Yeah, it's splurted dagger blood. All right, you said there's an Armand one here.
Yeah. Oh, there's Blade too.
That's a Blade and Kalen?
I think it's Blade. Yeah.
Blade and Kalen.
Young Kalen.
Young Kalen. Let's see if we get any data off this. That's a shiny new cloak. That's when our house was just formed.
Aw.
No lunge. All right. Are you a lunge? Does that toe shot count as a lunge? Or is that not
Oh
correct?
no. Let's see.
It's like there's not much lunging.
No, there's just kind of running at each other.
Yeah. There will be a lunge here.
Foot shot lunge.
Yeah. He didn't lunge there. He just kind of reached.
There's one where Armand hits Sven with a really good lunge that I remember specifically. Yeah,
Okay.
right there. It's worth.
Yeah, let's count young Armand. Young Mond.
Young Bond. That sounds like a Pokemon.
I
Or a
always
Digimon,
love the
maybe.
way he moves. He's very gifable. Just all the time.
Giveable.
Yeah, look.
This is a wiggly boy.
Yeah.
Like that's a great gift. It's like he's a wizard and he's flying into place to do combat right there. All right, anyways.
Yeah.
Is this where Armand and Blade went to the finals? Is this that
Correct.
year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is my first Gulf War.
Your first golfers.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I got knocked out pretty early. This is where I met you, Rowan.
Aw,
I think the
when
first
you had your
time.
Pops mask.
I remember you had like a busted ass ankle or something like that.
Always.
And you were telling
Oh,
me
yeah.
about it.
That was every Gulf Wars.
Okay.
Pretty dumb.
All right, that's a very pretty lunge. And that's like full deep lunge.
Yeah. Good data.
Good data.
Good data. Good data.
Yeah, we all do this little pen step right here. You see that? Everybody
Yep.
does this step right here. So far. All right.
Rowan, you need to do that.
So right here, that
I know.
knee,
I know.
knee forward right here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, another pen step? Does this count or do we launch from here?
Well, that's kind of interesting. You're right, huh?
We could launch from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm not doing
I'll
two
call
of
8.
them. I'm doing 2 fucking pen steps.
7 or 8?
8. 8
8.
from the second pen step to the footland, like the committed
Yeah.
lunge.
That was interesting. A little extra kind of a boom boom. We see that speed again?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was just thinking about.
Some of these
So right here,
Armand's little
small.
legs.
Right here, small, big, go. Yeah, it was like a small, medium throw.
Yeah. That's really good, though.
Yeah. Good
This
job,
is where,
Armand.
this is where I think Armand was like at his peak.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
This
Like he
was
went
his.
to finals of golf. That
Yeah.
is no joke.
That's so nice.
I want to get one of Will Death.
Well, that's definitely usually lunge, but we can try.
Can we? The question is, can we find the lunge? There's a lot of footage of Will out there. Let's call that a lunge. I mean, it is a step forward.
That's
This
about
is
as usually ever lunges.
I mean, if you move your foot forward and attack, I think that's a lunge.
Certainly the loosest definition of a lunge. So I think, commits knee right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll call it 8.
8.
Yep, for the foot. Although that's a really good accuracy because it looks like he touches knee and presses down. Pretty amazing. We need an empty lunge as well. This one has an asterisk because it's a practice footage.
That's true, yeah.
How are we gonna measure the difference between like a long lunge versus a short lunge? Because like we could have a really fast, really short lunge. How are we gonna separate that?
What I would do is take the footage from this stream and you just condense it to video count. Video count. You just have like a 2-minute total video at the end.
Got you. Yeah.
So that way it gives context of what's happening. So that way people can watch it and be like, oh, I see. That's a short lunge. That's a long lunge. That's a toe shot. Whatever it is. I know empty lunges. It exists.
You did? honestly, like practice outside, you're gonna see it more because he has a hard time lunging inside the barn.
That's true. He has those long legs that I don't have.
Correct. As long
I
as you
thought
know.
I thought there was a good lunge of might be some good Alessandro lunges in here in this
Oh,
video. This is a clean
great.
champion he won.
That was a great lunge to watch.
I'll send it to you. Shit. Do you want me to send it on the Discord chat or Facebook?
Discord chat, please. I don't know.
I'm gonna do Facebook.
This is Peter, right?
Peter's on the right, Robert's on the left.
Yeah. I've never seen that garb out of Robert.
This was 11 years ago.
That's fair. 1, 2, 3. 10.
For Peter or for Robert?
Peter.
Sorry.
For Peter.
Peter. Peter. Cool.
We get one for Avery.
I don't. Avery does not really lunge very much.
I've seen it extend a couple times, like reaching.
We're using
Working
the
on it.
rules of have stepped and extended arm.
Yeah. I mean, so far from our data, we've really got 8 frames to about 11 frames. Like, it's not a big variance.
No, it's not. Oh, poor Avery. Well, do we want to count that one? The toe shot? Or is that not enough of a... There's a step forward, technically.
Yeah.
That might be better. It looks like
I think
better.
he lunges. That's probably more of the time he lunges is throw that foot shot, actually.
All right. That's reasonable data.
Yeah, that looks like a good lunge.
Yeah, that actually is proper lunge and everything. All right. 1.
They're fine.
I counted 13 to end, but it could be camera as well.
This is an older video, so it might be a slower frame rate.
Wouldn't that be less frames?
Wouldn't it be less
13?
frames, though? Yeah. So,
If that
let's
was
get 13. I bet it's at least 30 frames.
Don Alessandro.
Yeah.
So long ago.
Don Fancy Pants, what they used to call him.
Hello. Don Fancy Pants. Oh, yeah. That was his reputation, right? Coming out.
Because he had fancy pants.
So I sent you stuff on direct message on Discord.
Thank you.
Boomer.
I will find it. All right. Oh, great. I will add it.
It's such an old video.
2012, yeah.
That was just brawling. No.
Yeah. No real lunge, yeah.
I would not describe any of that as a lunge.
I'm mad at myself from 12 years ago, or whatever this is, to not wipe off the lens. There's some, like, smudge on the lens.
Was this you?
I think I remember filming this, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you're rude to your future self right now.
It's like, 19-year-old John. So.
Yeah.
Cheeto pizza.
I might have still been 18 at this point.
You know what would make for an interesting video is the like a then and now video. Like look at people's fights, like a very recent one and a very old one.
Yeah.
Just and
I
have
don't
that
think.
be its own series.
Yeah.
And
I don't
compile
think
it.
Alessandro looks that different.
No, he doesn't.
Be now Don Lorenzo and now Don Renee fighting.
Hmm.
You, Rowan, it would be like you and I fighting in Alessandro's backyard, and then like a
Oh,
recent fight, like the Run tournament or something.
that's really enough ago though. That doesn't feel like that long ago.
That's what, 7 years?
Yeah.
That's
I did throw a video of us fighting in the backyard, just because I wanted to see if we could see that the frame rate. I wanted to see if the speed was different the speed was.
Can I say that
Yes,
Alessandro didn't throw a lunge?
Correct.
That
Yeah.
whole fight.
He just counterpunched.
He just counterpunched. All right, let's see if he throws a lunge here.
Alessandro, why aren't you lunging? This is before you hurt your knee. You should have been able to lunge.
You could send this clip to him. There we go. But this is slowed.
That's a dagger rush.
Yeah, it's all dagger rush.
I forgot that he did a lot of that at this tournament.
Mhm.
They both fight not too dissimilarly, like the starting
Yeah.
stance. I feel like my starting stance is wildly different than
But
my
if you think about
10
it,
years ago.
for the amount of time they've been fighting, this is like, so like how see Alessandro has been fighting for like 20 something years. This was about 10 years ago, so he'd already been fighting for at least 10 years at this point.
That's true.
So he's farther in his career at that point.
I think this is a
'Cause I
fine
bet that
lunge, right? It's a short one.
yeah, I call that a lunge. Call that a lunge.
All right, we'll
Lunge.
say that's the start of knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't tell the boot's down. Let's call it 10. I think that's definitely boot down.
So 9 or 10?
We'll go 10.
10.
Mostly because I can't see the actual boot here.
Yeah.
All right, anyone else with gleaning off this?
There's not really a lot of lunging in the finals, I remember.
John, you put us from forever ago. Hey,
Yeah, I
chat.
just wanted to see.
This is
I
one of
wanted
the
to see
first times I met John, I think.
Yeah. It's like the second or third time we ever fought, I think. This was the summer we had. I think the first time I fought you was the Gulf Wars before that.
Yep. That's my first golf. Skip. I won't take that one.
No. Yeah.
I don't think I killed you that day. Maybe I did, I don't know.
You probably did a couple times.
All right, so launching platform right here. Let's
Back in the good old days.
1, 2, 3, yeah. 4, 5, 6. 6.
6.
Very short lunge.
You were
Though.
way faster back then than me.
I know. Put on all this fucking weight and slow down.
Oh no.
I just don't think I knew how to like explosively lunge as well. Because that covered way less distance. We'll look at another one. See if we can do an actual lunge. Although I'd say that last one was about as actual lunge as I had.
Yeah, you were really just like let people overextend back then.
Yeah, look how close you are, and I am. Hey, I touched you with a blade. I still have that sword.
Mm-hmm.
Want to make it an heirloom? Yeah. Future lineage heirloom. Fucking dropping your weapon for me. Rude. How fast is your leg shot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably 11, 12. 12 for that leg shot. That's very extended. Like, you're super extended. Look how forward you are in that lean.
Yeah, that's slower now.
That's interesting. All right. Next humans. Taurus and Slav. Great. More data. More humans. Shout out Taurus and Slav. Slav, we still need to fight. We still haven't yet.
I still haven't fought Slav either.
They'll be at BAM,
Oh, yeah.
which is relevant to Rowan.
Right. I'll try to pick a fight with them at golf.
Yeah.
At least through this, I saw a pretty good lunge out of Torse on this video. That's why I sent it.
Thank you.
Cool.
But maybe it was just him freaking crossing the legs.
Like that. That is a proper Taurus lunge.
Torse. Ooh.
So like right here is that big acceleration forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 10 to be settled.
10.
Oh, that's a hell of a lunge. Yeah, he's good at this.
Yeah, that's a good lunge.
Shot.
Yeah, that's true. Explosion.
Explosion.
Did I not land?
Explosion
I guess.
Wednesdays.
Nick is just cheating.
From being a lefty. I assume Slav does not lunge very much.
They lunge a little bit, not as much. Rowan and Antonio.
I was just having a hard time finding lunging videos. Tony doesn't really lunge in this one though.
Do you lunge in this one?
Yeah. Which is why I sent it. But it's not a very explosive lunge, so it might not be the best. Tony's stance is so long, I don't think he can lunge from that position anyway.
Well, that's kind of a lunge right there.
I remember.
He gets hit for it, but he lunges.
Yeah, we can count it. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That is lunge. Nova, did you drop it to Facebook? I just want to check the correct venue. I think that's when the knee bend happens and toe lift happens. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 to plant.
9.
Thank you. I'll check it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you just counter punch him.
It was good timing, Rowan.
Yeah. That's not really a lunge so much as like a kind of redouble fall forward.
Yeah. So not so much. But yeah, good one out of Tony.
Yeah. Rowan, I want to be critical right here.
Yeah.
Your height changes so much right here. This little sequence.
Yeah.
It's bad.
When you're actually fighting, though, you do a good job of like leveling it out right here. I think.
Yeah, it was more like you were settling in.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like I'm like, you look like a cat ready to go attack. Just for that real low moment. You're like, I'm ready to pounce here.
But it's a little close to be doing that shit because then just stand right back up again.
Yeah. Maybe you were testing in that moment. I don't know what you were.
Testing my knees?
Or no, like testing your like how low you needed to go and you just went too far. I don't know. And this is just my educated guess. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know necessarily. You might not have noticed at all in the moment when thinking about something else.
I think it's a resettling, but it's not necessarily intentional. So it's not a choice that I'm making. Like I'm going to get low to create some kind of advantage. Where a settle.
I assume Donovan lunges in this.
That's a
Yeah.
lunge.
Back foot behind him, which slows everything down, I think.
So I would count it
He's
from
back.
that knee past right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Yeah,
9.
9. That's pretty settled.
Just looks real slow.
It's a
And
little
then
bit of
there's
a shorter lunge for him.
Or-
Ooh, there's another one with the pen step. Look at him and his good footwork. This is like Olympic footwork right there from Donovan. The shuffle.
Yeah, that's good for it.
So this is probably more committed, like for real lunge with the momentum going forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's call it 9 again.
9 again.
Yeah.
I think Nova sent videos on Facebook.
Yep, I will pull them up after we get through a couple more from what you sent me, I think. Qualifiers. Penza qualifiers tournament at NRWC. What
Northern
is-
Region War Camp is what we
Oh,
call it.
that's cool. Is that a like a war training event, or is it a war training practice?
It's like a mini war kind of. It's like if War of the Wings was really, really small. So it's like
Oh.
a super big mini war.
That's cool. That's
A
still
super
in
big
here.
mini war.
Yeah, a big mini.
Mini
war.
war.
I get it. I get what you're dropping.
There's before Penzic.
I do get what you mean too, but it's a funny way of saying it.
No else.
Who's the human here?
Counter Duke Ryu.
Oh,
he
it's
won?
Ryu. Got it.
I should know that.
I think
If you won twice or not, can't remember.
they're count, right? Because they've won one.
I think he's only won one.
That's my understanding.
I have no idea.
John, you want to have a fight off where we both wear cod pieces chosen for each other? So they're going to be obscenely heavy and unwieldy.
Obscenely heavy.
Yeah.
And like weird clunky.
Is it just like a chastity belt at that point?
But yeah, the chastity is the fencing. We're just going to be a little slower. Next time we go into a bear pit, we could do that. Give ourselves a handicap.
Oh
Just
my-
wear-
I mean, you have to do 100 fights in a row.
We counted that last bear pit we did at Penzic, and it was around that. It was like 130,
definitely
140,
around
something
that,
like that
yeah.
fights. Total fights.
Yeah, I
did a
had
good
43 wins. You had 41 wins.
Yeah.
At least 2 fights per
Yeah, a minimum 2 per.
win.
And that doesn't include doubles, and it does include
Any losses, yeah.
losses. Yeah.
I think we both probably hit 100.
Yeah. It was a lot of fighting that day.
And in about an hour of fighting? Did that in about an hour?
About
45 minutes an hour? I can't remember.
I think it was 50 minutes. I don't remember the specifics.
I was pretty tired at the end of it, if I'm honest.
I thought it was a blast. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
In the middle of the video, there was a relatively long lunge. I've been stilting my lunges more.
Like from teaching.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Stilting mean hitting the ground with the front leg way too soon.
Oh,
okay.
I see.
There's a longer one where it's like I'm actually extending forward better. But this one, you see, like the foot comes up and then comes kind of straight down way too early.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right there, 10.
10?
Yeah.
You do
10.5.
you do tap though there. That was good.
Yeah, I thought that lunge was pretty. No issue with it.
Didn't miss.
Retreat step less so. I'm gonna be a little judgy here, but
Yeah, that's not good. Matters though. That's when you get killed as your retreat step.
True.
You fucking up.
that is spitting the truth.
Yep.
All right, Nova, we're gonna look at yours.
For chat, you would probably have somebody upright balance and like blast, like explode backwards and at off angle rather than bending over and crumpling.
Ideally, yeah.
Nova, do you have your results posted anywhere? Because I would love to watch that, like, or we can watch it together on stream or something.
Oh, the
Yeah,
so this is Nova and Thorn.
this is Thorn and Nova. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Maybe we can plan if you have a night where we can coordinate having you on, and you can just run us through your data and collection methods, and just give us the results. I think that'd be a cool segment.
Yeah, that'd be great.
If you're willing to do it, we can talk about it off stream. What? That was very impressive. That's very. I don't even think that's a lunge, right? Out of a Thorn. That's like a
I call it a passing step
running
or
step. Yeah.
a
Almost a flash.
or flash. Yeah, passing step or flash, not really a lunge.
I saw that bend. Oh, maybe it hooked. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think you got parried.
That looks like that yeah, outside parry dagger hook to arm. At the end is his lunge. Okay. That's what we want.
Skips the money shot.
I don't have any footage of Thorn when he was at Penzic. Which I did.
I think there's some on Rowan or MT's channel.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, let
I
me.
He has it for the finals of the Onster tournament at Pensick.
Ooh,
Who
that's
does?
a pretty lunge.
I have it, or MT has it. I'm pretty sure I do.
All right, so there's that knee forward. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I call it 13. Yeah, 13. For viewers, I believe the reason why his lunge, in particular in this moment, was much longer is the arc created by the foot is just higher. Almost everybody else has a more shallow arc to their foot travel. And I don't know if this is due to height. He's a person who's, I believe, taller than me by at least a few inches.
Yeah, he's well into the mid, like 6'4",
like
6'5",
6'6", right?
kind of. 6'6", yeah.
I was going to say,
You're 6'3", right?
I'm 6'4".
6'4".
I think he's 6'6", I believe.
That sounds right, yeah.
nice.
I actually would think, and this is no, like,
Oh,
Thorn is a great fencer, but I do think he tends to, I've thought for a while that he picks his foot up too much on his attacks.
that is an interesting. So you're saying he late thrusted with the hand just to intentionally get closer to you?
I don't think so. I think it's a single tempo attack that most high level do. Where the hand and the foot are going at the same time.
I think Nova's trying to see he brings his hand late into the exchange. Can you slow it again? Do it. Watch it slow again for me.
Yeah. We'll go frame by frame. Let's see. So that tip travel upward is very, very Tora.
Mm-hmm.
Like without signaling anything else, just kind of out of your wrist. You're just bringing it closer to the target. So he intends to throw high because he brings that tip up. When he throws, the tip drops. And then comes back up. I think that's just bad pathing.
I think Nova is right. His hand is not extended. His hand isn't extended yet until probably.
I see. You're saying like right here.
Yeah, his hand extends late
already
in the
through lunge. Okay.
His foot is already up versus extending. This is where the thing I made my video about. People say that they extend their hand before they move their foot at all. Most people move their foot and their hand about the same time. A lot of people do what Thorn is doing, where they move their hand a little late. It's kind of a off timing attack.
I feel like Alessandro does something like this.
He definitely does. I do it a lot too. Mike does it a lot.
Because his hand was traveling forward and looked like it was engaging, I thought it was engaging at the same time, personally.
Yeah. Well,
It's
it's changed in the angle, but it actually hasn't gone forward.
I think it's probably only a few frames
Mm.
behind. To be honest, I don't think it's a. Probably the difference probably is subtle enough that it is only really noticeable side by side, frame by frame.
Yeah.
Like watching this live, you probably couldn't tell.
That was
How
a good
long?
lunge, right?
How long have you been fighting at this point, Nova? In this particular video?
Little skitter.
He said 3 years. Well, that was the fight with
I mean, this thing is 3
Thorn.
years old, so this might be like within year one. Oh, in that video, 3 years. Okay. All right. Let's see. I would say this is start point because we'll get that knee bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe 10 to 11
I'll get
for
10. Yeah.
the full touch. It depends on what we want to call it. I think the only reason we would go 11 at all is because I can see his foot. I think a lot of people would give them the benefit of this right here. And
Yeah.
called it 10. 10.5.
10.
Look at this. That's a great lunge. I don't think there's any real issue with that's pretty. I'll watch that speed. Yeah, that's a pretty lunge.
That looks good.
And then you sent over. Hey, chat. If there's anybody new here hanging out, we are looking at lunge speeds via frame by frame, just to get an idea of how fast people are generally lunging. If you have a video that you want us to watch, just drop it, drop a link in the chat, or you can send it to me directly if you desire. If you have any of my socials. All right. Let's see. Mid-length lunge. Okay, let's look at that first one.
Gulf Wars.
Right in the start of it. Oh, I was going to count that other lunge. Let's see. First lunge. Aha, okay. Pen step. I can't tell because of the camera angle, but it looks like you're more forward leaned than the fight with Tora.
Yeah, since we're facing on, you can't tell.
Yeah, so go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6.
6.
Oh, no, this is the real one. Sorry. I got faked out by the first one. 6 frames to that mid step. It's just like an entry step, but it's a big entry step.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go just from here, knee bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. That's a fast lunge. Also, you pick your feet up less high, at least from this angle, than the earlier one. some of these things can be the angle. All right. Who are some of the other humans that have? Do we have one of Nick and Kato or the other boys?
Oh, hold on. Let me
Yeah,
grab
agreed.
one.
His measure keeping is obscene. Yep, that's a good way to put it. Do you use, instead of a lunge, the kind of the jumping step, Nova? I know John and I both do it. I think Rowan does it. Do you do it, Rowan? You do
I
it a
try
good
to.
bit too. Yeah. It's like, I
Yeah.
know we
And
all.
they aggressively launch off that back toe.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
like going forward and both your feet leave the ground.
Yeah. That kind of like the launching.
I'm trying to get MC to do it too, but again, there does seem to be a product of having long legs where people tend to like lift their legs up off the ground too much and then come straight down.
Yes. Yep.
So MT is really struggling to like launch parallel to the ground instead of up and then down.
Yeah.
I think that's the eternal struggle for
Mhm.
humans in general. How to drive weight forward and only just up, like just enough to
Yeah.
exist.
I don't remember how much lunging there is in this video, but this is very recent, from like a couple weeks ago.
That's cool.
Finals of their QRC in Meridias.
Who won QC? Or is that spoilers?
I guess it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Tiny Nick won.
Oh, cool.
Orange.
Is he in
Orange
QC
Devlin.
again?
Yeah. Tiny Nick was in the chat earlier, I think.
Yeah. I don't. Is there lunch here?
There might not be a lunge. This is the most recent video I could think of them
Okay.
fighting. There might.
Was there any good video from the murder house that you think would be appropriate of them lunging?
There might.
Not terribly
I
recent.
wonder if this is. Do we know what month this is? 2 weeks ago. Because their
Literally.
Majesty's Meridias were up at wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I got the fence and armored fight him. A good
Nice.
bit. All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, no footage.
No real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. There's
Let me
got
look
to
at
be a
mine.
better. Let's see.
Is there one of us fighting? Nope. Don't know who that is. But apparently, it's a motivational human. All right.
It's a really slow lunge, but the end of this one has MT lunging. It just looks slower than even he normally like. It looks slower than he normally is. I'm having a hard time finding any videos of him lunging. So
It might mean he just doesn't lunge.
I guess so. I thought he did. What's going on?
Um.
Okay. I get that. I get the idea of like being dynamic with your lunge in order to intentionally give different looks to an opponent. I don't think I've ever. Oh, I changed my lunge gait. I don't think I ever changed the form. The form is roughly the same.
I think I might do a small step, the height of that first entry step, if I'm going to try to fake something to like make it more visible. I threw a video of Rowan and Tiny Nick spar golf wares that might have some good lunges.
I think Nick lunges in that one. Like, I think he's trying to extend to get at me.
Okay. I will check that out in just a second. I was going to see an ish lunge here. I think it's a pretty one here. Does he lunge at all? Let's find out. No. All right. Did you send me one via
Facebook.
Okay. Boomer ass John.
Yeah.
Did I try to do tier 2?
Should I send you on TikTok or something? Would that have been more?
You could use the Discord that we're in.
Maybe Snapchat is for old people too now. I don't know.
Oh, like how quickly someone can settle. Is there a Nick lunge
I
somewhere
imagine it's
specific?
got to be in this.
Let's see a Rowan lunge. Let's count another Rowan lunge. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom.
10.
Yeah, I think your form is very pretty in that lunge.
I agree.
You stopped, you're ready to move again.
Come on, Nick, lunge.
Do it, Nick. I dare you.
Lunge.
Do it.
Also, Nick, if you're at, send us a video of you lunging.
Damn. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm a little bit delayed from where Boomy is, which sucks, but I just saw Nick launch and I got really excited.
Oh. I am also screen sharing in Discord if you would like to watch there with no delay.
That way it's less of a delay, yeah.
Boomer, I'm using my phone to be on Discord, and I'm using my laptop to be on Twitch.
You
Because apparently,
both on your
yeah.
laptop. Or you could do one.
Yeah. Does it count if he lunges backwards?
Wait, that could be a whole separate segment. How fast does it take for people to get out of dodge?
Can I back leg
Really,
out?
really
Looks like
need
lunges.
a lunge from Nick.
You actually might want to message Nick and be like, "Yo, we know you lunge."
Do you even lunge, bro?
Okay.
Yeah, where is it, man?
I bet he has a.
Wait,
John, I cut off. Weird.
What's that, Ron?
I thought you cut off weird. Never mind. I'll take it back.
This would be you and Ginny, right?
Yeah. I haven't watched any of this footage.
No gloves.
Yeah. Very casual.
Dogging it.
You know, left to my own devices, I think the gloves are pretty unnecessary.
Yes. So are clothes, but we still have rules.
Well, no. The difference is laws versus rules, Rowan. Them's the difference.
My bad, I was getting stuff mixed up again. See?
SCA rules versus nudity laws.
What would you fence?
Would I fence naked? No. I would put on something to protect specifically my balls. They
Oh,
seem
okay.
vulnerable.
Balls.
Mask and cup?
Yeah, I'd fight mask and cup. That's fine. It's like a jock strap and a mask. Sure.
Yeah.
Do
All right, we can
masking
start. John, we can start
with
Patreon, and that's the content right there.
that's OnlyFans.
That's a hide.
It could be either. It depends whether the jock strap stays on.
Fair.
Oh yeah, you can duct tape a cup on. Ooh,
Oh, that
that'd be
sounds
bad on the back end.
that real bad. Yeah.
More adhesive.
I guess if you wanted to get rid of that hair to begin with.
That's what a razor's for.
Yeah.
Nathan. I was actually looking for a J lunge. See what like a newer human
Mhm.
lunge looks like.
You're looking for newer human.
Yeah, I was just looking at some of the newer human lunges. If you have any.
I have a slightly slower lunge.
Oh, there might be an Alex lunge in here. Let me see.
Here we go. It is practice, unfortunately, but I feel like these two tend to fight similarly to practice versus tournament. Like, I don't feel like it's that different, but maybe I'm wrong. The guy on the right, I never see him at tournaments.
I'll take a look in a sec. I'm gonna look at this. This is for everybody watching. This is Coronation Atlantean that happened. The event happened maybe 3-ish weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, something like that.
I like that you have fighting at Coronation.
Is that
Very nice.
not something that happens in the East? Or?
Nope.
Ooh,
Never.
that's a pretty tally.
We have heavy fighting in Coronation, not rapier fighting. In Ostura.
Look at this data. We're pumping out data right here.
Moneyball fencing.
All right, we have a Talia lunge that starts, I would say, right here with that knee committed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's 19. But however, asterisks, I'm pretty sure they were using my camera, which is filming at, I think, 100 FPS. I don't know how to do that math.
I don't know that YouTube shows that high FPS though.
Or it might just be 19. But it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look
I think
like
it caps. I think you.
This is technical stuff that no, that's, I don't know.
It didn't look that slow, like full speed, but
Yeah, at speed, that does not feel like it's going to be that much shorter than everything else.
No. No, it seems right. But again, a frame, I'm not sure how fast a frame is.
You can get to. Oh, that's cool.
That might not actually be that much more time. Like half a second could be 9 frames. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know the conversion. That'd be interesting to kind of relay science out. We threw this together a little last minute as far as deciding what we're going to do this evening. So we did not do all the research that goes into making this more scientific.
But if anyone has suggestions on how to make it better,
yeah, I'd love to hear.
tell you, show up on the next one. We'll do it.
I want to see Alfar's. Oh yeah, my camera's just taking more frames. It's just looking at like the movement of the foot.
Sorry, your camera's better than everybody else's, Boomy.
I think it is.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There's no way. This video has got to be scrapped as far as like data entry.
Yeah. It's as long as it's all if the other videos you're watching are all the same frame rate, it doesn't matter because they're still good to like compare to each other. But if you have
Correct.
something
I think everything
different,
else is 30. I think
I
this
think
is probably 60.
I think everything else must be 30, didn't it?
And Pug is saying it supports up to 60, so we might have like somewhere between 24 to 30 on the older ones.
Yeah. Or is what
You just cut out, John.
What?
Could you repeat your last sentence? I think we lost you there.
24 frames.
Oh yeah.
And I think sports are usually at 60 frames.
Yeah, I film at 60 because I want to get as much detail for the frame by frame as I can.
That's what I was worried. If you can do it. Well.
It's mostly for the fucking swords that are really
Impossible to
they're very fast. Yeah, swords themselves are hard for cameras to catch. All right. Anybody else? I'll look through my own playlists here. Glad we got a Connor one in there.
Yeah.
I guess the challenge will be: is there a MT one that we can find? Ooh, that's a celestial. I want to find a celestial one. I think I filmed this on my phone. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 for celestial on this lunge.
8.
Yeah. I know she's fast. That's her foot and hand speed are both very fast. Mostly her foot.
I agree.
More than she crushes me in all of those human timing tests. Hey, chat. Have any of you done the human benchmark test for the reaction time?
Is that when you were dropping beanbags and trying to catch them?
Oh, like at golf? I
Yes.
somewhat remember being annoyed at that.
Loved it because it was the only thing you've seen you be bad at.
I appreciate that.
You're pretty bad.
I'm pretty bad at the reaction timing, to be honest.
So many horse videos.
Oh, your stuff?
Yeah.
It's really
All
annoying.
right. All right, chat. This is the human benchmark site, and it has a bunch of fun things for cognitive testing. It's like, are you an aimbot? And how long can you remember things? I am awful at the memory things, just across the board. I'm okay at typing. But this is the reaction time one, and it's just a simple click to react, I believe, from red to green, and it measures in milliseconds. I don't know the tech specs for like lag online and how fast your computer processes and such, but we're going to try it. I think I was like somewhere in the mid 200s last time. I don't know if I'm going to do any better, but we'll find out. Rowan, are you in a place you could try? I don't know if you have another place you can pull this up.
I'll just pull up another page with the reaction time.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious if you wanted to do that together. I know John is done. John, you're welcome to join us if you want.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. Reaction time test is what we're doing?
Yeah. I wager that I am slower than John and Rowan as the oldest human in the room by a bit.
I don't know, man. I'm probably going to be pretty slow. I've already still got this fucking laptop thing. Other than a mouse.
You might have, yeah. So it's like your hardware might be slow. Might be another issue. All right.
That's right.
Let me know when you're ready. I'll count us down.
Ready.
John.
Sorry, I've been doing it.
Oh, all right. 3, 2, 1,
God.
and we're off.
Oh. Oh, just click to keep going. And how many times do you want to do it?
You do it 10 times, and they average your score, I think.
Let me try again. I feel like I could do better.
What was your first try? Oh, 5 times. There you go. Mine's 265. I got 220 in there. Felt good about that one.
Dude, yours is way faster than I got 292 and then 302 and then 298.
If you do it a few times, then you get a much better sense of where you are.
I got slower.
Yeah, mine was 273.
Oh, what happened? You crushed me on this last time, from my recollection.
Did I?
My first was
Actually
270. But that was it. Like, goddamn.
All right, let's look at this video.
Yeah, 350, slow as shit.
What? Oh, is this in your neighborhood?
Next time we're all in the same place, we should do it all on the same device, so there's no.
Yeah, I was gonna say I am like very certain I have maxed out internet / PC or gotten close to it.
You just pay to win, Boomy.
You get faster, John.
So they're both lunging back and forth a bit, but I'm not sure how explosive they're really being. But at least it is a measurement of.
I just like seeing kind of a contrast between an experienced fencer. Yeah, like that's a lunge. It doesn't go very far because it starts pretty forward.
I feel like the difference between a lunge that I would consider nice lunge versus an average lunge or a lunge that I don't like as much is when the person's able to not just throw their front foot forward, but they're exploding. And like the back foot might leave the ground and you're like really moving.
Right, instead of this where they stay back foot planted essentially.
Which a bunch of my lunges, either my back foot stays or I just gather it right away so I don't actually get that full explosion.
This
makes it
one
not
is 11, by the way, John.
11.
Some of yours, Rowan, you were definitely both feet in the air, at least for X frames.
Who is
Sometimes.
the person lunging that we're measuring?
As long as my delay isn't so bad, the one on the right is Robert and the one on the left is Morwill. Those are 2 East Kingdom ogres.
Nice. Robert and Morwell. Morgill.
What was it again?
Robert is on the right and Morwill is on the left.
Yeah, but what was the frame count?
11.
11.
At least in the last one we looked at. I'm looking for Morwill to throw their lunge. There we go. Lunge. We have one. We got there, Doc. So I'll say probably right here for knee forward. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. We'll call it 9.
9.
This is a shorter lunge as far as like total potential.
Yeah.
A lunge nonetheless.
I wonder if
Lunge for
I wonder if we got together in like a drill lunge, so we're lunging as fast as we can without it being in a fight. How different it would be from an actual fight. I guess some of your fights actually would be faster because when you have an adrenaline going and you're actually in a tournament.
Yeah. You're definitely
I
going
feel
to push
like
harder.
it's as much smooth, but not.
Nova was saying if you guys want to frame rate test, lunge with a tape measure on the floor and record at 60 FPS. One thing we could do, and this is for everybody in chat as well as Rowan and John, is we could film ourselves doing exactly that, where we all pick an FPS. Like we just say, hey, we're going to film this at 60 FPS. And then just to see the combination of distance and frames.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be an interesting video essay essentially.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you could lunge at different distances, like 3 different distances, and then
Oh, like
average.
I feel like we can't set a fixed distance purely because of leg length discrepancy.
Yeah, but you would want to find something because it's more measurable if you are saying, like if you set if you set 3 different distances, like one of those distances will be about right for the person
Well,
of different height.
we could set it something like maybe test a what you consider for yourself a short lunge and a medium and a deep lunge,
Yeah,
and then just have that be subjective. But then you can you have distance, and then you have to kind of look at things like mine is 6'6" specifically, middle to middle. If that's what if you're asking about like the arm length, which I think is what you're asking about for ape index.
you're positive.
Yeah, I'm plus 2 inches on my height.
I think mine's about the same as my height, which is about 5'7", 5'8".
I don't know mine. My assumption is it's similar to John's because we can wear the same clothes.
Okay, great. That's correct about that.
Most average is the same as your height, but some people have shorter or longer.
Yeah, the average is your height. Yeah.
But
Whether you're
longer
plus-
is having a longer wingspan than your height is a big advantage in fencing or in a lot of sports actually.
Yes. Yep. Did you know that Tarasu and I had the same arm length? Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
Yeah. Or it was very approximate.
That's crazy.
Not all right. So had a lot of interesting bits there. Yeah, maybe we can do a call out to some friends, just like individually invite a few people to do the jump test. No, but we can set up a time for you to maybe we'll get everybody's footage and then have you do your talk in that same stream. I think that'd be a fun night of it.
Yeah. I like that.
I like that idea a lot, yeah.
Cool. That's something we can plan out and have in the pipeline. Chat, thank you for hanging out with us tonight and looking at some frame by frames. Thank you, Rowan. Thank you, John, for helping me kind of put that together.
Thank you for doing it. Boomy, before you have people do submissions, if you do a quick like example video, it doesn't have to be your best lunge or like even the one you're properly measuring, but at least set up how you want people to do the video or do a good description of it
That's a
so
good
that
idea.
people can submit their own videos.
What if all right, I want to write this down. I'm going to take some notes here. What if I made a video that's like a challenge, a call out for like lunge length testing?
Yeah.
I want to make that.
Length and speed testing.
Yeah, lunge.
Stress testing your lunge.
Ouch.
We would have
Yeah.
to like I can make the first one and just have people do something akin to that, right? Like I make the first one.
Yes.
What we need to do is brainstorm kind of the parameters of what we want to compare and what we get out of it, and just open it up for submissions for a few weeks for people to film themselves. We had to film it at an FPS that's accessible to everybody. So like whatever an average smartphone can do.
Yeah. Probably 30.
Yeah. No, if you have an example of a video for that sort of testing, that'd be awesome. I would love to see like a profile or I don't know if how we want to set it up, but most people have a phone and a tape measure, and that's all we really need for people to do this.
Yep.
Because it would be interesting to also think about the hip index, the average posture height, like how low do you get to get that lunge compared to your actual height, things like that. Those are all questions that are generally interesting for sports data. No one does this for fencing, right? Like, I feel like there's not much fencing metrics, unlike baseball, where there's a billion metrics.
Not in the type of fencing we do, at least.
Yeah, definitely not in what we do. But
not for us.
Do you think there's Olympic fencing stats? Let's look at
Probably.
There probably is, but it's probably, since even modern fencing is a pretty niche sport, obvious like Like I can go find all sorts of cool stats on basketball.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I think
And
basketball, football, and uh, baseball are all very, very statted out.
push back to having stats, doing too much stats though. If anyone in chat is interested in this kind of stuff, I do recommend the movie Moneyball, which is a great movie about this kind of thing.
Moneyball?
Moneyball.
I think you told me about this before. I just haven't watched it.
It's a movie about it's a movie. It's based on a book. It's based on real events, but it's like this guy who changes up how they scout and build a team for baseball,
Wow.
and using analytics, um, and being more efficient with it.
Oh, like
And
they were the first to be like, oh yeah, big data is a thing
correct, yeah,
for that sport.
yeah, and a lot of the like, I mean, it's still a Hollywood movie, so it's dramatized a lot, but it's like a lot of that for like doing it differently than we've always done it. But it's super interesting. I highly recommend it.
Oh yeah.
You specifically, Boomy, I think actually, Boomy, you and Rowan both would really like that movie.
Oh yeah. Moneyball.
When I look, let's take a look. Biometric insights. So these are all some papers on fencing. Lunge accuracy and response time. The National Library of Medicine. I bet you there's probably a lot of studies as far as the biomechanics side. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. But I don't know if there's much on the sports side.
Yeah.
What a so specific.
Korean.
Yeah. And anthropometric and leg power factors affect offensive. Yeah, this is all biomechanics essentially. That's cool. They spelled this wrong. Immediately, I was like, why are you like this, internet? Ruined my perception on things. All right.
Interesting.
All right. Yes. Thank you, chat, for hanging out. We are going to call it a night. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in. We will be back with more probably fencing and or otherwise related things. And then I still owe John a beating in Shiv 2 and get some sweet revenge
Oh yeah,
sometime in the near
that's true.
future. I'm gonna have to grind that off stream at some point. Haven't done it yet. And I hope you all have a good night. Goodbye, chat.
Good
Thank you
night.
so
All right, no longer live.